Picking the right venue is the #1 success factor when it comes to an Italian wedding. Make sure you get it right in this must-watch episode. Ciao, I'm Lucy, Italian wedding planner and founder of Lista.com. And at La Lista, my team and I support couples planning Italian weddings. We want your life to be as easy as possible, and we provide advice, inspiration, and so much more. So let's get into it. As I said, the venue you pick is vital to the success and enjoyment of your wedding, your whole guest experience, how your budget pans out, and ultimately, how your wedding looks and feels. So no pressure. Luckily, there are thousands of venues out there, and it's just about cutting through to the ones that are actually good venues and making sure that you're getting very clear information and all the information when it comes to the venues. One more thing before I get into it, you simply must go to La Lista and get the venue tick list, which details almost everything that I mentioned below and has some more information. So it's just an absolute must. It will be in the comments below. So I've planned hundreds of weddings, and this is my venue finding process. The first thing is brainstorm and set your criteria. Get all your ideas out there from what you want from your venue. Think of it like buying a house. Everything you want, everything you don't want, everything you've imagined for your wedding and more. The second thing is to scope and get to know what's out there. What venues have you seen and liked? What do they cost? How logistically do they meet your criteria? Can you actually get all of the info that you want on them? Obviously, Lista.com is a great place to start. It's got loads of venues on the site, and we aim to give you all of the top information that you need when you're at this scoping stage. So you can go there and just find some basic information to start with. When searching, remember that many venues that have a big online presence, they can be popular for a number of reasons. They can have good content, great marketing, or they can truly be a good venue. But a good account doesn't necessarily mean a good venue, and vice versa. When looking at lesser known venues, remember this. Just make sure lesser known venues are experienced in hosting weddings, so you know that you're going to have a good experience all the way through and no nasty surprises. The third thing to do is to check your criteria. So after you've scoped them out and you know more about lots of different venues, you need to go back to that criteria and check how many venues can actually meet that and whether you need to think about changing your criteria at all. The fourth thing to do is get out to Italy. Ideally, you'd go there and you'd see a list of your shortlisted venues. We'd usually recommend seeing 4 to 5, as it can be quite overwhelming to see more. And if you can't get out there, make sure you understand the venue inside out. You can have calls with them, you can send your planner there, you can have chats with your planner if they know the venue well. Just make sure you really, really know what you're booking. The fifth thing is final research. I can't stress enough that you should find out as much as possible about your venue before visiting, and of course before booking. Check with suppliers, planners, couples that have got married there or are getting married there. Remember that everyone has their own criteria and different needs for a venue, but all of this information will give you a really good indication of how things should be and what the venue is really like. Failure to do this research could lead to you coming back from your trip thinking you found the perfect venue, only to then find out more information and know that it's got extra clauses or costs that means it's actually not doable for you, and you could be back at square one. So don't waste your time. When you've chosen your venue, come back from your trip and book your ceremony. So if you're having a church ceremony or a civil ceremony, you obviously need to make sure that these venues can also accommodate the dates that you're looking to book with your venue. And the second part of this step of booking the venue is to cost up a wedding at that particular venue. So do a full budget for the wedding there, taking into account all of their different costs, which you'll know inside out, all of the rules on suppliers. So if you've got to use certain caterers, get a quote on that. If you've got to use a certain tent company, get a quote on that. Plug it all into your budget. And also think about transport. Where are your guests going to stay? How many buses might you need? And what might all of that cost? So you've got the best budget forecast going into booking this venue. And of course, get the contract from the venue and check it thoroughly. Make sure that you've asked all the questions that you want to and you feel like it's really thorough and you know everything is included in there. We've got a whole list of this in our venue tick list, and we've also got a venue contract sample download on our website. The final thing to do is lock it in. You got there, you've booked your venue. One of the hardest and biggest part of planning is done. You're there. There's still a long way to go, but the kind of biggest decision that you will make through planning is now done, and you can get into more of the fun bit. If you're not sure what steps to take after this, we've got lots more info. We've got articles, tools and advice all on our website. Also in our membership, The Club, you can find a 3-part tutorial on booking your venue, which goes into so much more detail. Thank you for being here till the end. If you'd like more episodes like this, please comment below and let me know what you'd like me to cover. I'll see you next time.